Don't call me the Spider-Man, call me the Spider-Mac. I get all the ladies and blow out they backs.
Now available in paperback, John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed John Haynes series adventure. Pick up your copy of John Haynes at Death's Door at Amazon.com and other online booksellers everywhere. One of my viewers wanted to know why Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane Watson were the two most important women in Peter Parker's love life. Well, your Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane Watson were very important women in Peter's love life because each of these women had an impact on his life and helped him to become a more amazing Spider-Man and a much more balanced and rounded Peter Parker. Now, when Peter Parker first started being Spider-Man, he was a skinny, little, nerdy guy who was socially awkward, and he had no real incentive to go out here and try to improve himself because he didn't think he had much chance with the ladies, and he was heading on the road to becoming a simp, just going out here having crushes for Betty Brant, the secretary at the Daily Bugle. But when he saw Gwen Stacy, he had a motivation to go out here and improve himself. So when he saw Gwen Stacy, a hot blonde, paying him a little bit of attention and also having something in common with him as related to science, he had a reason to go out here and look to improve himself. And he had a reason to go out here and look to be more social. So your Gwen Stacy actually gave Peter Parker that motivation to go out here and improve himself and put in that effort towards working on things like his fashion sense, his interpersonal skills, and his social skills. And over time, he started to come out of that completely awkward and nerdy phase and started to act a bit more maturely. So we started to see your Peter Parker starting to go out to parties. We started to see him hanging out with different people. We started to see Peter Parker becoming a bit more social, and that was because he was out here actively looking to try to pursue a relationship with Gwen Stacy. And after he started going out with Gwen Stacy, we really started to see Peter Parker starting to grow into manhood, and we started to see him acting like more of a man and less of a boy. And that's when we started to see your Spider teen grow up and start becoming a Spider-Man. And that's what Gwen Stacy's impact on Peter Parker was she gave him that motivation to go out here and start looking to do more man things and looking to have man relationships, and also looking to connect with others outside of just the science group, and guys like Harry Osborn. He started to go out here and starting to look to have relationships with other people. And as he started to look to socialize and start to be a part of the social scene, he started to become a more balanced and well-rounded individual, and he started to grow as a person. That was one of the things I liked about, Gwen Stacy's overall impact on Peter Parker, was she took him off the road to being a man in crisis. Now, as your Peter Parker was out here with Gwen Stacy, your Aunt May wanted to see Peter go out here and start looking at more than just one girl, because just fixating on a girl like Gwen wouldn't really help Peter. It would just help him really be dysfunctional. So she wanted him to see other girls out there, so she introduces Peter to Mary Jane. Now, Mary Jane has a major impact on Peter Parker's life when he gets older, but when they're younger, she's also showing him that there are other dating options, and that also boosts Peter's self-confidence, so he's not just thinking, oh, I have to just settle for a Gwen Stacy. I can go out here and see what other women are out here and see what other options I have before I go out here and make a decision on who I want to commit to. Now, your Peter did want to commit to Gwen Stacy. Unfortunately, Gwen wound up dying at the hands of the Green Goblin, but it's that death of Gwen Stacy at the hands of Green Goblin that really starts laying the foundation for Peter and Mary Jane having a deeper relationship. And it's that deeper relationship that starts with the death of Gwen Stacy that really gives Peter a bit more maturity, as it reinforces the point as related to the with great power comes with great responsibility that he learned from his late Uncle Ben. And from that whole tragedy with Gwen Stacy, he learns to appreciate the people in his life while they are alive, because this is the woman that he truly loved, and he lost her. But he now understands he has to love and appreciate the people he has, and he also has to make a greater effort to protect those that he is involved with. Now, the relationship with Mary Jane Watson also has a major impact on Peter Parker's life, because your Mary Jane Watson, I believe, was the woman who was to grow and to become the helpmeet that would help meet Peter Parker's needs as he was out here growing up and fighting to become Spider-Man. Now, your Mary Jane Watson, when she was a teenager, was again a very looking like she had a bit of an edge to her, and that edge would be something that would benefit Peter as they got older and closer, and eventually as she found out that he was Spider-Man. And once they got married, she proved to be the right woman to be a helpmeet to Peter Parker, because her experiences growing up with her daddy issues and all of the other issues she was having in her life helped her to develop that discipline and resolve to be able to be the wife of a superhero, because being the wife of a superhero is a stressful thing, and your Mary Jane Watson's past and background really were beneficial to being a wife to Spider-Man, because your Mary Jane Watson had already been through hardship, and being the wife of a superhero would be a hardship. Being the girlfriend of a superhero would be a hardship, and your Gwen Stacy just was not equipped to be that kind of wife and girlfriend, because while she would be a good girlfriend to Peter Parker, she was in no way equipped to be a wife to Spider-Man. Mary Jane Watson was more equipped to be a wife to Spider-Man, and she was more emotionally ready to take on that role of being a wife who would not go out here and understand the struggles that her husband would have to deal with as related to being a superhero, because she had to deal with a lot of all sorts of trauma and issues as related to her own upbringing. So she would have a better understanding of the problems Peter would deal with as Spider-Man. So Mary Jane was, again, a better wife to Spider-Man than Gwen Stacy could be, because Gwen Stacy, I think, couldn't handle the emotional issues as related to your Peter Parker going out here and risking his life as Spider-Man. But your Mary Jane had that resolve from having to deal with all of those hardships, and that's what made her a better suited partner to Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So both women wound up making major contributions to Peter Parker's love life, and they added to his life, because both women did what a helpmeet does. A helpmeet looks to go out here and meet the needs of their man. They're looking to go out here and help their man, and they're looking to go out here and be a part of that man's life, and they're also looking to inspire that man to go out here and do better and be better, because your Gwen Stacy inspired Peter Parker to go out here and be a better man and grow out of his nerdiness and grow into manhood. And she also inspired him to go out here and not cross the line and kill the Green Goblin after she died. So she had a major impact on Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And then after she helped Spider-Man grow in and Peter Parker grow into becoming a man, your Mary Jane then got the torch passed to her after in that classic issue where your Peter Parker is just grieving your Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man 121, and in that last panel, in the last page, we see her basically picking up the torch from Gwen Stacy and being that comfort and support to Peter Parker and helping him become motivated to continue going on being Spider-Man. So both of these women had a major impact on Peter Parker's life, and they helped him be able to continue taking the great responsibility for the great powers he received, and helped him to become the Amazing Spider-Man, one of the greatest heroes in the history of Marvel Comics and of 20th century literature. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation to the Cash App, and if I know something about that subject, I will make that video for you. And if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like my first comic, Esteem No Good Deed, you can find that comic on Kindle for 99 cents, along with my other books on the SJS Direct imprint, such as the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, Esteem Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new Esteem series adventure. Get Esteem Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.